Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is a full face of first impressions. Some of this stuff I've used a couple times before, but I haven't really used it on my YouTube channel, so it's stuff that you guys would be like, hey, that's new. I've never seen you use that. And some things I was actually trying out for the very first time. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to sit down and do like a really chill video, trying out some products for you guys, seeing what happened on my face. The eyes, I don't really want to talk about. It's a roller coaster of emotions. So, you know, if you want to see the ins and outs, definitely stay tuned and keep watching. One of the products that we tried out is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. This is an oil-free, waterproof, lightweight, full coverage, long wear concealer. And this video is actually in collaboration with Clinique for this concealer. So thank you so much, Clinique, for partnering with me on this video. I'll link everything down below for you guys, like all my product links, my brushes and everything like that. And if you're interested in picking up any Clinique products or that concealer, they are available from Maya, David Jones, Sephora, Mecca Maxima, or online at clinique.com.au. So, you know, if you want to buy anything, that's cool. And if you don't, that's cool too. We're going to jump into this video, get ready for the roller coaster ride that is my eyeshadow today, and keep watching. I don't usually do my eyes first. Well, I used to. And then I started getting lash extensions, and then I started doing my base first, and then I would do my eyes. But today I feel like doing my eyes first because I want to do like a cool cut crease and some glitter and stuff again, you know? I have this little Nars palette that I want to try out. This is the Nars Wanted palette. I think the packaging is really cool. Every time I saw a YouTuber use this, I was like, oh my god, I really want that. And I was going to buy it, and then I got sent it in PR, and I was like, hell yeah. The colors aren't even that like revolutionary or anything. It's just, I just like the packaging. My eyes are already primed and I have set them. I could be getting all these names wrong, but I think this one is 7 Heaven. So I'm just dipping into that 7 Heaven shade on my blending E25 brush from Sigma, and I'm going to start working this into my crease. The shade does seem the tiniest little bit patchy. Like, it's not anything crazy at the moment, but it's not like as smooth as I'd like it to be. So now we've got a little bit of a transition hip hop happening. I'm going to go in with the shade Temptress. I'm going to start doing the same thing with this one, basically. Just placing it into, there's not that much going off. What's going on? I'm gonna place that into the crease and onto the outer corner of the eye as well. So I'm just using that same E25 brush, and then I'm going to switch to my E40 to blend that out. I don't know what it is about these eyeshadows, but I'm not really loving them. Like, it's taking a lot of going in and building up this color to kind of get it where I want it to be. And like, it looks like a lot more vibrant in the pan than it's coming out on my eyelid once I've blended it. I'm kind of blowing this out quite a lot as well because I am going to do a wing liner today. And I am just going to clean up the outer corner with a makeup wipe anyway, so if you kind of get a little bit crazy, it's totally fine. Okay, so I've kind of built the colour up to where I want it. I thought it was just ignore how messy this is. We are going to clean it up. It's fine. Now we're going to move on and we're going to do a cut crease. So I'm going to use my cut crease E62 brush to do this. It's a bit messy. Oh my goodness. What the hell happened there? What the hell, Kasey? Whoa. That's a big eye. Whoa. Holy shit. Okay, looks like I'm going big today. Didn't realize I was. So now that I've got whatever this mess is happening on my eyelids, oh my god. I'm dipping into this little Tarte Chrome paint shadow pot in the shade Frose. So pretty. And actually, do I want to put this over my whole eyelid? My whole ass eyelid? Or do I want to do, actually no. We're going to go in instead with, I think this shade. I'm going to put that on the inner and outer corner. And then I'm going to do the Frose in the middle. And then I'm just going to leave this middle section bare because we are going to go in with that Frose shade. What kind of a mess is this eyeshadow? I don't like this palette, hey. Like, this is not my jam. Don't worry about like this line that we have because we are going to go back in with the shade we used earlier and we're going to blend it. Now we're going in with Frose. So I'm just placing this onto the center and then kind of working my way outwards to just slowly blend and taper it. Oh, look at that. Fingers are the best. So now that we've got, oh, that looks so cool. Now that we've got those done, I'm gonna jump back in with this annoying shitty color right there. We're just going to fix up the outer corners and make sure that there's no like weird lines from the concealer that I brought out here, because I really wasn't sure what kind of look I was going to do, and that's why I kind of dragged it out a bit weird. I'm just going to try and erase that as much as I can. I wasn't really planning on doing a halo eye like this. I was planning on filling in the whole thing with Frose, but I don't know, the last second I decided that I want to do a halo eye instead. And I didn't want to do this shape anymore. Sometimes I screw up my makeup like this, but you can always save it. It's totally fine. See, that's NTB. Not too bad. I'm going to try out this Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Punk Rock. It's like really cool. Actually, will that look a bit shit with this? We're gonna do it anyway. YOLO. YOLO. Today's a YOLO day. I just switched this on the back of my hand, and it's not like as freaking opaque as I was thinking it was gonna be. I feel like this isn't gonna turn out well at all. This is like just glitter. Please hold. I'm gonna go find another liner to use this. Holy shit. Holy shit, not look good. Oh fuck. Can I wipe it off? Oh, I can. Sweet. Get off my eyes. So I ended up doing two giant ass wings off camera. This whole eye look is just going down the drain. But now I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Eyeliner, and I'm gonna go over top of this and just put like a little bit of a glitter over top of the block. I'm thinking because the eyeliner is a little bit too purple for what I want, I'm going to put a little bit of glitter onto my eyeliner. So I think I'm going to use this little glitter because that'll look cool. We don't want to like cover it up completely, but I just want like a bit more of like a pink kind of vibe to it. We're going to clean up under the eyes. I need to add a little bit of the glitter into like the crease area as well. So I'm just gonna follow the line of where my cut crease kind of finishes. This is a mess. Oh my god, it looks so bad. You're a beauty YouTuber, are you? Is that what you are, Kasey? Wow, you seem like you're really good at it. So we're going to move on to the face now, because screw this. I don't know, I just don't know. I don't know today. We're going to use the Coverfx Illuminating Primer, and I don't know what else I was gonna say then. I don't know why I said and. I'm gonna use this. I've never used it before. I only opened it up yesterday. I've had it in my collection for ages. I'm hoping this is nice. Oh, I got my hair on that. Ugh. Hoping this is nice and moisturizing. Hydrating. I'm just gonna take, oh, this is sticky. I'm just gonna pat it in with my hands. Very illuminating, like it didn't look like it was going to be, but I look like the Tin Man, and it's definitely made my acne look horrible. So if you guys have lots of breakouts, you know, maybe just don't apply it in those areas. Now I'm gonna move on to foundation. I'm trying out these two Rimmel foundations. I don't think I've used these before. If I have, it was like once or twice and I don't remember. These are the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 hour breathable foundations. They're a medium coverage and I have the shades 303 True Nude and 200 Soft Beige. I think I'm just going to use Soft Beige today because I am a little bit more on like the pale side. Packaging of this foundation is so weird. Like look at this. It's got a big old thing that you put on your face. Definitely smells like SPF. It has an SPF of 20. This is a very thin foundation from what I can tell straight away. Definitely not full coverage. It said on the bottle that it was a medium coverage, but I think it's probably more on like the light coverage kind of side. And it definitely dries down pretty quick because I just had to go and wet my beauty blender and it's already kind of started to stick on my face a little bit. but it actually looks really nice. I'm gonna put a little bit more on because I'm a moron. I really don't like the smell of this. It does look a little bit cakey like around here, where my breakouts are. It just looks like a little bit dry almost. So far I really like how my base is looking. It looks really, really flawless. Like, you can still see my breakouts and stuff, which I don't really care about because they're there. They want to be recognized. They're just not going away anytime soon. It just looks like skin, like it's a very skin-like foundation. So far I can tell the foundation is something that I would use again, but the primer, I don't know. I'm going to keep trying it out, but it's not something that I would reach for a lot. I don't know what it is. It's just something about it that I don't really like. I'm going to try out the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. This is a camouflage plus 24-hour wear concealer. These are some big claims. That foundation was 25 hours. Now this concealer is 24 hours. Y'all makeup brands is crazy. I have the shades Very Fair 05 and Moderately Fair 12. I think I'm going to use 05 Very Fair. Usually I just kind of squiggle it under there. I have used this a couple times before, so this isn't really like a first impression for this one. I've used it like on days where I've been doing kind of like no makeup because this is like really nice and lightweight. Like, it covers your dark circles, but it's not heavy and cakey. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really like it for no makeup kind of beach days. It's very liquidy, if you guys can see. It's like running down the side of my jaw. I'm just going to dip my brush in there. I'm using that Cut Crease E622 brush, and I'm going to apply it underneath my eyes. So I'm going to leave that to sit. I think I might take a little bit around the rest of my face, just because I did pump out way too much. Down the sides of my nose. I don't usually do this, but I just figured, like, I squeezed out so much. I'm crazy. Pop it anywhere that there's a bit of redness coming through. I don't really have too much because I'm pretty perfect. I'm interested to see how this how this concealer goes on a day where I'm doing like full coverage, like full-on glam kind of makeup, because so far I've only used it on days where I've done like no makeup or like just really light, kind of natural looking like base, and I really liked it for that. Like, it was really nice, lightweight, covers your dark circles and everything, but it didn't look like cakey and dry, and like, I don't know, it was just like hydrating and nice. So it's kind of like a first impression, but not really. Hopefully you guys can see how well it covers. It's like, it's just such a nice coverage, but it's still so lightweight. Like, it doesn't look thick under your eyes. That concealer and the foundation are working really nicely together. Like, they're a good combo. For like a light coverage kind of foundation, my base is looking pretty snatched. So I'm going to jump in with this Rimmel London Insta Duo Contour Stick. I've used these a couple times now. I really, really like them, but I just wanted to use a product that I haven't used like frequently in my videos for you guys, because I didn't have any new contour products to try out. I don't know if I've actually ever used this in a YouTube video, but I use it in like my real life. Probably used it like 3 times tops. But yeah, it's a nice stick. It's a nice stick. This is the shade Light. I'm gonna contour my nose today, which I don't usually do. If you guys didn't know, I recently got nose filler. It's not a secret. It's been like all over my Instagram. You guys know my whole face is full of so much filler. And yeah, I haven't really contoured my nose since before I had filler, like when it was like my bump was there. Because the reason that I got filler in my nose, I'll show you guys from the side, is because I have a little bump on my nose. So we just filled here and a little bit underneath it, just to like kind of minimize the bump, because I don't want a nose job. That freaks me out. I really don't. I want to minimize the amount of surgeries that I have to have in my life, you know what I mean? So far I've never had like a surgery. I've never been put under like, well, actually no, that's a lie. When I was little, I had surgery for getting like my adenoids taken out, because I was like really sick and I would snore all the time and stuff, and I had pneumonia and stuff when I was little. So I've been in hospital for like that, but that's when I was like a baby. Like, I don't remember any of that. And I haven't had any surgeries for health issues or like plastic surgery or anything like that in my adult life, and I kind of want to keep it that way. The idea of surgery freaks me out, so filler was kind of like my only option other than to like live with it. And I figured like I was already getting like lip fillers and stuff done, so I was like, why not? Like if this makes me like my nose a little bit more, then so be it. I'm a big believer in like doing whatever it is you want to do. I definitely think that you need to like make peace with how you look and be content in the way that you look before you get that stuff done. But if you want to get it done, like it really doesn't matter. Like if it's going to make someone feel a little bit more confident, just let them do it. I went to the Man's Clinique, if you guys know that place. I always tag them on my Instagram. I go there for all my fillers, so I'll do a whole video on everything that I've had done. It's definitely no secret. I really don't know how this is gonna go. I feel like I shouldn't have done that. I don't know how to contour noses, man. I'm going with a little bit more of that concealer. Just gonna go down the sides where those contour lines were, like beside them. I should have like blended it out with a brush. This is what the contour stick looks like. It looks pretty good. My eyeshadow looks like shit. This is the Marc Jacobs 34 Invisible Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. It has so many names. This powder always throws me off. I've used it a couple times now, maybe like 3-4 times. It always throws me off because it's like, you can't pour it into the lid because the lid looks like this. And I always pour my powders into the lid. This has like a little net on it. Stop spinning. Yeah. And you just dip your brush in there and it goes onto your brush. I feel like this powder adds the tiniest little bit of colour to my skin. Like not colour, but it's not like fully translucent. So for my under eyes, I'm going to use something else. Oh my god, I put too much on. I kind of look like I have no pores. I don't know if you guys can see, but my skin just looks really good. I'm just going to use my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This one does not oxidize any concealer, so if you're ever worried about that, this is a really good powder to try out. I don't use this on the rest of my face. I only use it on my under eyes. We're going to use this Nars palette. This is really pretty. I'm going to dip into the shade in the middle. I think it's called Buzzed, I think, this one. And I'm just going to take that on my E40 brush. I just realized I've been forgetting to save my brushes that I've been using as usual. So I'm going to list them down below in the description box. Oh shit, I put too much blush on. That's really nice though. That's really pretty. Goes with the eyes really nicely too. Just so you know as well, I am a Sigma affiliate. So I make monies from my Sigma code, which is just kaseyrayton. And that will get you guys 10% off any brushes and makeup products you want to buy from Sigma. So, you know, if you want to use it, go for it. If you don't, that's cool too. This is really pretty. I really like this blush. Really like that one. I'm keen to actually try out some of the other shades. And I love the packaging of this. So this gets a big like A+ for me. The eyeshadow palette, not so much. I don't really love it. And like now that I think about it, I remember Erin saying that she tried it out and she wasn't really a huge fan of it. But the blush like face palette is really nice so far. I'm going to try out this Hourglass Vanish Champagne Flash highlighting stick. They came out with these recently and they sent me the whole range. Some of them will actually go quite dark, and I just kept like the lightest two that they had. Like look at that. That's amazing. Ah, I nearly dropped it on the floor. I love how these wind up as well. Like they wind up the same as the Hourglass foundation stick, which you guys know I love. Like the tube, this bit doesn't twirl like the actual product itself, but the packaging does. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really cool. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna color my hands in with this. You're gonna think I'm insane. Trust me. Trust me, guys. And I'm gonna rub them together so they're kind of all dewy. And then I'm going to pat it onto my skin. I went to a Marc Jacobs masterclass, and Gilbert, who's one of the makeup artists for Marc Jacobs, does this with their they're liquid illuminators, and like the stick illuminator, he like puts it all in his hands, and then he'll go over his model's like entire body, her face, her décolletage, everything, and just pat his hands over her and like rub it into her skin, and it looks so beautiful. And I've been really into doing it ever since. It just makes you look really like nice and dewy, but not like a stripe kind of highlight. I'm just gonna go in with like a more concentrated amount just on my fingertips, and just tap it right on top. I really like that highlight stick. I forgot that I was even trying out something new because it's just so pretty and it just worked really well. So this is something I'll definitely use again. Oh, I have other bronzer. I forgot. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on too. This is the Model's Own Sculpt and Glow Shimmer Bronzing Powder Light Golden Brown 3. I've used this numerous times, but I just wanted to use it in this video because I really like it and I want a little bit more bronze. It just makes you look really like glowy. I'm going to spray my face with a little bit of Fix Plus just to sit everything down. So zooming you guys back in to finish up. Oh my god, my skin looks great. Can we just talk about that? I love the packaging. It just sucks that it's a bit shit. I'm gonna go in with this shade there. That's what I'm gonna call. If I ever come out with an eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna call it this shade there. And just on my E36 blending brush, I'm going to buff this along my lower lash line. Just gonna take this little short shader E20 brush, that same red shade. I just feel like I lost a little bit of it, so I'm just gonna pack this right near my lower lash line. The one thing I will say about this palette is you don't really get any fallout. I'm just going back in with that E36 brush and blending that out. I feel like I've saved this eye look. Like, it's still pretty horrendous, but it's not completely horrendous. Like, it's not completely disgusting. It's fine. I'm going to jump in with this shade here for the inner corner. Oh, that's very taupey. Has a little like grey. Oh, it doesn't look bad actually. Just in person it looked like it had like, it kind of looks too dark for the inner corner. But there we go. That's it. Goodbye. You're cancelled. This is the Smashbox Super Fanned Out Mascara. False Lash look. It's very red. I'm going to test this out. I have lost all my mascaras. Legit, I don't know where they are. I don't know where I've put them. I moved them somewhere when I was organizing my makeup and I honestly can't find them. So like this and a little MAC sample mascara is all I have. Whoa! Don't look down. That's long. It's as long as my list of haters. Oh my god. How do I not look down? And use a little spoolie and just brush off some of that because like, wow. So long. My lashes are already crazy long. My bottom ones, they like touch my face when I put mascara on. So I always have to brush off the edges, which is so heartbreaking. I wish I could leave them, but unless it's a waterproof mascara, I can not leave my bottom lashes that long because it ends up all over my face. That's crazy. That's a really long mascara. Okay, if you guys are looking for a mascara to make your lashes long, you know, give that one a go. I was going to use this shade for my lips, but I feel like that's a bit dark. Should I do it? Or maybe I could use like a plum kind of shade. What I think might look really pretty is Muse from Huda Beauty. I've used this like once before. I think, actually, maybe I haven't used this shade. No, I've used Medusa, I haven't used Muse. Oh, Muse. Really pretty. Oh, they smell great. They smell really good. My lips are so dry right now, so I feel like I say that in every video. They're always dry. The one thing I look at this, you guys. Oh, this matches so well. Yes, athletic bitch. The one thing I really love about the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks is that they're really thin. Like, they almost feel like nothing on your lips, aside from the fact that they're a little bit sticky. Oh, this is so pretty, it hurts. This lip color is amazing. This is actually perfection. I love it. Oh my god, we are finished. That's bloody it, mate. This is the completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. We had a whirlwind of emotions, a roller coaster of emotions. Wow, just trying to get these eyes to not look horrendous. I feel like it didn't come out that bad. Like, it's not my best work. We'll leave it at that. But it's not my worst. As for all the products I tried out, I really liked everything. I think it's all stuff that I'll continue to use, except for the primer. I'll use it a couple more times to see if I like it, but it's not my fave. And the eyeshadow palette, I'm not keeping that. I'm gonna give that away to someone else. Probably my sister. She can try and deal with it. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, but don't forget to turn on notifications so you guys know anytime that I'm uploading. And I thought my tongue was a funny color then. It's not. Subscribe if you haven't already, if I haven't said that already. And I will see you guys in my next video.